That's funny that your mom was talking about our lives. I'm like, I can't get on the lives that you and Renee are on. I'm like, oh, that's terrible.
What up? What's poppin'? What's going down? It's your boy, My Flu, no way, smoking, never choking, but continue with it. Talking to the back in front of all them banging ass lives. With
Banging
Renee.
ass
You know what I'm saying? With Renee.
Horny nigga laundry basket.
What
What
the fuck is with this horny nigga laundry basket shit?
Whatever.
Oh, man.
That's the communication you want to have with us. I'm with it.
All right, whatever. It's just so funny. Like, it's just so random. Horny nigga laundry basket. Like, I'm gonna make that shit a shirt.
Yeah. Good morning. He said good morning.
What's up, Wes? What's up, Katrina? What's up, Cookie Monster TV? What's up, Casey? You just say someone said good morning? Nigga, you need to get your eyes checked. That shit says good evening.
You're right.
Oh my gosh. Please set that appointment tomorrow. Please.
Okay.
Oh man. Please. You might be fucking up on shit, putting somebody's dosage all wrong. You put this number, but you put that number. No. You'll kill somebody one of these days. Get them glasses.
I cannot believe how long they are.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Please set your appointment tomorrow.
It's like this ass fucking up.
Only plug this computer.
This ass fucking up.
Oh, that's a good part. This part.
Why is your computer always dead?
No, it wasn't dead. It was dead earlier. Only dead now because I was sitting there watching YouTube for an hour before we decided to do this. Waiting on Jayana.
That's a big ass charger.
Yeah, but it charges this shit in an hour.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Like, this is fully charged in an hour. So I don't mind. What up, everybody? What up, everybody? What up, everybody? What up? You know what I'm saying? That's that new mumble rap shit. What up, Cloud9? What's popping with you, baby? What's up, brother? My brother. What up, Robert E? Shit, chilling with my gravity bomb and some sherbet OG. Hell yeah. What up, Thomas? Homeboy Jacob and homegirl Renee. Renee. What up, Hillbilly Reacts? What's popping? What y'all up there? What y'all out there doing, man? So, what y'all smoking? What are you smoking on currently?
Currently. Like as current as right now.
As we speak.
Right now.
Robert E., I think that you're onto something, sir. I think you're onto something, sir.
About what?
He said rolling up as we speak. I think that he's onto something. I got the munchies. I get them late at night, I'm sure. I get the munchies all the time. Just some good out of a big bowl. Nice.
Big bowl.
Yep. Nothing but I wish I was. Katrina, just call that guy. You know what I'm saying? I know you got a phone number you can reach out to. I'm sure it might be even a chick. I'm sure you got a phone number you can reach out to. What's up, Big Trap? You know what I'm saying? What up, dog? What up, family? What up?
Hi, Trap.
I ain't talked to you in a few days, dog. What's good? What's popping? I saw you drop the Pretty Girl in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? The Pretty Girl in the Hood. I don't want that one. I think that's that one that was dry. I don't even want to deal with it because it was dry. Like dry puss.
Ew.
You know how you just don't even want to deal with dry puss?
It's got a cold.
Yeah, like you just don't even want to deal with it. You're just like, I'm alright. That's just
dry puss.
Yeah, dry puss.
My throat's dry right now. I cannot get it together, people. I got some dry thrust.
Look, everybody's
it's
like,
a dry thrusty.
Your throat ussy, your throw-issy. Yeah, dry puss is not fun, you know? Who likes dry puss? I'm just saying, like, no one likes dry. Bruh, did y'all see Tulip Mafia quit YouTube, bro? Tulip Mafia.
What did they used to do?
He's a reactor.
Oh.
Tulip
That's what
Mafia,
you was telling me
yeah.
earlier, okay.
147, almost 150,000 followers through the towel in, bro. I cannot believe this shit, bro. Like, it's crazy. But I mean, he basically just if you go look at his page, I was looking at it actually today, and I was noticing. So he's got almost 150,000 followers, but he has a ton of videos with like 700 views.
Oh damn!
Like 1.2 thousand. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking maybe a random video that's got like 12K, and then it'll be like a bunch of videos with like maybe 1,000, 900, 800.
Yeah,
a random one with like 4,000. Maybe there'll be like 2 or 3 that got 4,000, 5,000 back to back. But it's like he just wasn't making money. Like he made a whole video just about. I advise y'all to go check it out. You know what I'm saying? And you can really see and understand the struggle of relying solely on a YouTube check, because
that's just not real.
he had 150,000 subscribers, and he was basically in a video telling us that he either has to turn his vehicle in or they were gonna come repo that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just everything, like having he's broke. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? 150,000, and he threw the towel in. That's just nuts. That's just nuts. He ain't my high though.
You're right.
Yeah, nah, real shit. And honestly, like, you know, no shade to anybody, but it's all about what else are you doing with the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's great to be a personality and be somebody that, you know, entertains through the platform of YouTube, but YouTube can open up so many doors and so many other opportunities, and gives you such leverage that you can, you know what I'm saying, create so many different things that it doesn't make sense, you know, like when you get to that point that you don't have a bunch of other avenues. I feel for him though, man, because I like Tulip Mafia. I like his videos. The dude always has great energy. Yeah, but you know, it's just a testament to you gotta do more than just focus on YouTube when you're trying to be a YouTuber. Like you have to turn that YouTube, you know, following or family or whatever it is into something else. You know what I'm saying? You have to brand yourself when you're on YouTube. Like it can't just be, you know, like you have to treat it like a business, period. You know? And I've always said it from the jump, like YouTube is always and forever will be just an extra source of income. Like you can't rely on it 100%. And it's because it's so unpredictable. So you have to, you know, just use YouTube as a platform to build up other things that you've got going on that will be more steady as far as incomes go. And yeah, man, it's crazy. That shit's crazy. 150,000 subscribers and he quit. Like that shit, I've been thinking about that shit. Like that is nuts. Like that's a lot of hard work. And Tulip Mafia is not like a new YouTuber. Like he's been YouTubing for like years. You know what I'm saying? Like a long time.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know, and to feel like your only option is to just throw the towel in, it's sad, bro. Like I feel for him. Like I understand, and I totally understand like the not knowing like what is going on and why, and you know, because YouTube is very vague, and you know, he was for you know probably a good year or two making enough money solely off of YouTube to support everything he was doing, you know, and then some. Like honestly, like he, you know what I mean, because he was getting the views, and the way the algorithm was like working back then, like you know, it as long as you put the work in, you got promoted. You know what I'm saying? You got favoritism in the algorithm. Like it was more or less looking for people who were putting the content out. and was getting positive reviews on the content, and or just even just getting like messages and like comments and likes and dislikes, whatever, whether it was positive or negative, as long as you were getting engagement on your shit, like your shit would get pushed. So yeah, like he probably was at one point making more than enough money on YouTube to be able to support everything, and then to have this little algorithm change, and everybody's got to switch up their game. You gotta be able to switch it up and move around differently. But like I've always said, you can't rely solely on YouTube. Use YouTube as a way to get to the next step or to amplify something else. Like when I started YouTube, I already had a brand. You know what I'm saying? Like I already knew like YouTube was my way to promote things that I was already currently doing and to help amplify the things that I was already currently doing. And it's just about figuring out how to make those things really be a business, and that's what I'm learning now. And yeah, I don't ever want to get to that point of hitting the 100,000 mark or 250,000 mark, 500,000 mark, and not have more going on with like the brand side of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to brand yourself. Like if you're not trying to turn yourself into a brand or your channel into a brand, you're going to end up dealing with this where everything is just solely based off YouTube, and you know what I'm saying? You can't really rely on YouTube. It's not consistent enough. The algorithm changes on a whim's notice. It'll be cool today and messed up tomorrow. So yeah, just be ready for that. It's crazy. It's crazy, son. I found some on the good side of town, $9.7 a month on 1 bedroom. What are you talking? Oh, you talking about? Damn, some Florida apartments. Yeah, $1,200. That's like our prices. That's like the price. That's just the prices right now. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna pay unless you're in some like small town,
right, that
doesn't have a whole lot going on. If you're in any sort of like city that's got some sort of hustle and bustle,
you're paying.
You're gonna pay. I'm dropping my merch in 3 weeks, getting pictures of a monster laid out to get ready for printing. Hell yeah! What up, Sean Gray? What up, brother? What up, brother? What up, brother? Man, my bad. I didn't see you in there, bro. My bad if I missed you. How you doing, bro? Yeah, let's get it to everybody who did just join in. If I haven't said your name personally, it's no disrespect to you. This is my official hello to all those who I may not have said it to earlier.
Hi.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I encourage anybody who's doing YouTube to think about more than think about more than just YouTube. Like, what are you really trying to accomplish with YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think bigger than YouTube.
What?
Like, otherwise you'll just be working really hard for what feels like nothing. Know what your ultimate goals are after with YouTube.
What? $3,700 a month?
Where do you see that?
Right under the $2.
Shit, I rent my farm for $3,700 a month. Yeah. But he's probably got hella acres and all sorts of shit. Rick, where you live at, Rick? I mean, if you got hella acres and you're working, like you can't have enough land where you got like, you're making money off of it via animals or whatever, or via the fucking government because they have stuff on your property or however that works. I can see that. Yeah, look, 110 acres. Nice. Yeah, so that makes sense. Properties like that are crazy. Hanover, Illinois.
Black Angus beef. Ooh.
Yeah, see, I'm like, if you're on a farm that's producing money or you're able to produce money off of, and you're just renting the property basically and running the farm, like, yeah, I can understand that. Because that's like the same thing with like grow houses out here. Like when it was like back in the day, few years ago when, you know, renters were allowing people to grow, they would have two prices in mind. So if somebody was coming in and was just like going to live in the house like a regular family and not do anything with the growing of weed, you know, you'd probably get it for $1,000 cheaper. As soon as you know, answered the box of, yes, I plan on growing weed or whatever, blah, blah, your rent would probably be like $3,000, you know, $3,500. Like, yeah, dumb stuff. Just because they know like you could possibly ruin their shit and whatever else, you know what I'm saying? You could get evicted, or not evicted, but caught up because you might be doing something stupid illegal and get caught up or something. Yeah. I had a couple homies that used to rent and they'd grow, but they'd pay dumb amounts. I got this friend, remember Chris, the one that moved to Oregon? Mm-hmm. He had a friend that used to grow up in the mountains. He had a house that he grew in. He paid like $4,000 a month for this house. Yeah.
Just because he used to grow?
Mm-hmm. And because of the location too. Like it was already expensive because of where it was. It was like one of those really nice mountain houses we was driving by and shit, and they were just up in the hills and, you know, secluded and shit. Yeah, he lived in one of those and was growing. Like he'd have to like plan like his winters and stuff, like because he'd have to, you know, go to town and in between like snowstorms and shit, because there'd be times where he'd be stuck in his house for like 2 weeks because there'd be so much snow on his driveway he couldn't get back to the road. Like, yeah.
That's too much.
Right? Yeah, I'm good on all that. I wouldn't mind having like land and shit, I guess. You know, like if I had enough money to just be like secluded in the house and I didn't have to leave my house and I could just have like dirt bikes, 4-wheelers and some snowmobiles and have a bunch of just shit to fuck around with on my property, like bet. You know, like bet. Yeah, we get like that about 4 Mile gravel road.
Damn.
Yeah, see? Yeah, it's like Buck Fuck Tuesday and shit. What up, D Robinson?
Hello.
Big dog D. What's up? And he get a little ass bike. Don't make fun of him on his little ass bike. What are you talking about? Where like Church says, and go for it. I packed my shit and just fuck my friends. All on drugs, not going nowhere. Facts. Yeah, you gotta just do what you gotta do. Yeah, I was hella riding that pit bike. Don't even talk shit about that pit bike. You know what I'm saying? That pit bike was doing what it had to do. I was popping wheelies on that pit bike. Shit. Popping wheelies on that pit bike. Popping wheelies on that pit bike. You know what I'm saying? Ash Church. I dare every last one of y'all be like, yo, was Mile High popping wheelies on the pit bike? And he'd be like, yeah. I guarantee you bet money on it.
And then he ran into a tree.
I didn't run into a tree. Simba ran into the bushes and like the trees. I just fucking crashed on some loose gravel from where he like went off the road. I hit some loose dirt right at the exact spot that he went off the road and flipped over that shit one time the very first day. That was pretty funny. Yeah, facts. Yes, YouTube trying to mess you over. They do. You know, that's what they do. But you know, see, I've told you, like, I'm gonna keep doing me. I'm gonna stay positive. I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do. Cause I'm not like, this is not my only thing. Like I'm actually working on an app right now. I can tell you guys, I'm working on an app.
An app.
It's actually gonna be really dope. I can't give y'all all the details yet, but just know I'm working on an app. It's gonna be aimed towards cannabis users and people who are trying to get into using cannabis or just want to be able to, you know, just know it's aimed for people around cannabis. Mm-hmm. And I think you guys really like it. It's going to be super dope. And yeah, man, it's going to be a way to, it's going to be a way to help bring in finances and be able to do stuff, because ultimately I've told y'all, I want 10 incomes, period. So I'm gonna start building incomes. YouTube may not be my first official big income, even though it's an income. You know, I've accepted that fact that like YouTube's not gonna be my save all situation. Like I just love doing YouTube because it's great, and it gives me the ability to network and, you know, market and, you know, just engage and learn how to fucking, you know, be a boss. So yeah. You tired?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why are you so tired? Oh, I guess we didn't really sleep that great last night. I feel you.
Mm.
You look tired. But yeah, I'm working on an app, working on I still got the podcast stuff that I just kind of put on the back burner for the moment, but that's not going anywhere. Still doing that. Yeah, we got our brand, the Living Life High brand that we're gonna continue to keep building and growing and learning how to, turn into a real business. Like a lot of this is just learning. It's trial and error. A little bit of luck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just I'm learning. I'm still in the process of figuring shit out. Like we and her were talking about it. There'll be moments where I'll get kind of stagnant for like maybe a week or, sometimes even shit maybe like a month or something where it's just like it feels like nothing's really changed. And then all of a sudden I'll just make these huge leaps and bounds and like it just be like, oh shit, like what the fuck did you just do to get like make that happen or make this happen or do that? And it's just like, cause in those moments, like I'll hit roadblocks where it's like, all right, I don't know what to do next. You know what I'm saying? So I'll sit there and like study some shit, really think about some shit, fucking, just game plan. And then once I kind of feel like I got it figured out enough or she gets on my ass, I execute, you know what I'm saying? Take the risk. I do something. I make some shit happen. I just, just keep shit moving. Like, but it's all a learning process. I don't have anyone to directly learn off of. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anyone like I can call people. There's definitely certain people I can call and like get advice from, but there's not a whole lot of people in the same lane as me that I can refer to. So it's a lot of it's just kind of like R&D. You know what I'm saying? Research and development, dog. Like I'm researching shit, watching other people on YouTube, whether it be reactors, vloggers, fucking I don't care. I'm watching all sorts of people and I'm taking notes. I'm trying to figure out new ideas for shit that I could do, all sorts of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just, and then when I do, like, if I'm not doing something on YouTube, then I'm working on some other crazy idea that I've got that just I need to be bringing to life. You know what I'm saying? Like with this whole app situation, like this kind of was like something I've been thinking about for a long time, but I wasn't thinking about it in an app form until.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, she's tired.
I'm tired.
Well, good night.
Good night.
I wasn't thinking about it in app form for up until like shit a week ago, 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? And I got the idea from watching another YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to Omi and the Hellcat. You know what I'm saying? If y'all like, I've said it a couple of times. If y'all ain't checked out the vlogger, he's a YouTuber that's popped up in the last 3, 4 months, 5 months. He's really new actually at the whole vlog game. I mean, not new because he did upload some stuff back in the day, like years ago. But then he stepped away from YouTube and started building up some other stuff and came back to YouTube as a vlogger, balling, and was able to just blow up and do his thing. You know what I'm saying? But watching him and listening to him and his story and shit, like I gained some inspiration. I gained some, some ideas, some knowledge, just all sorts of shit, bro. And you know what I mean? So yeah. And look, Ashley knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, Omi's car collection is crazy, and he's got crazy houses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Crazy houses, like it's nuts. It's nuts. But yeah, it's just continuing to grow, continuing to learn, continuing to take risks. That's all it is. Yeah, like I'm too determined to not make it, and I'm gonna make it every way. Period. Like I'm too determined. Like sometimes it's not good to overextend yourself because then you might do 10 things mediocrely. Sometimes it's better to focus on one thing and do it great. But I just know that I can do more. You know what I'm saying? I can do more. You know what I'm saying? Special facts. And Michael, speak that shit into existence. And that's what I do. Like, I make things happen. Like when I get an idea and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to do that. Like I don't stop doing my other things and like the other things that I have going on. It just comes into like, all right, now I need to reorganize my life to make sense so that I can really capitalize on every aspect of what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I can make sure that I give enough thought process and time and energy to this, to this, to this, to this. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on all these things. I'm making at least at this moment like 4 or 5 things I'm trying to make happen at once, you know? And it's just about organizing my schedule, organizing my day, making sure that, you know, when I do this, when I sit this time aside to do this, that I make sure that I do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality, bro. Yeah, and you have to fail to succeed. And yeah. And sometimes you don't even have to fail to succeed, because sometimes you can learn from other people's failures. If you're observant enough and you're smart enough, and which I think like a lot of people are, they just choose not to. A lot of people are just hard-headed. Like, it's okay to be hard-headed, but bro, it's so much easier when you just take the time to stop, look, and listen. You know what I'm saying? Because you can sit there and literally learn so much from somebody else's failure. You know what I'm saying? And someone else's hardships and someone else's, like, you know, situations. You can learn from their shit. You don't have to go through something to learn from, you know, to know, like, you don't want to do that or go down that path, or, you know, you don't want that shit for yourself. Like, you can learn from other people's mistakes and other people's fucking successes. Like, there's people who made it with no hiccups in life. You know what I'm saying? No hiccups in their road. Like, you may not hear nothing about those people, but they exist. There's some people who just, they figured it out. They were so observant that they maneuvered differently. You know what I'm saying? They just knew how to maneuver differently than majority, and they made it. And they had minimal to no hardship. You know what I'm saying? It does exist. Period. You know, like, you just gotta know how to navigate, bro. You gotta make those choices for yourself. You're gonna be hard headed and be that person who has to go through everything in life to fucking learn, or are you gonna be that person who deals with the shit that you do have to go through, but learn from all this other shit that you see other people go through? And I think that's the smarter person, bro. That's working smarter and not harder. If you ask me, when you let other people make the mistake for you and you learn a lesson from their mistakes, bro, you worked smarter and not harder, because you didn't go through the hardship. You didn't have to go through the problems of getting out of that situation, but you still learn from it. Work smarter, not harder, bro. That's the reality. That's the real life shit. That quote has stuck with me since I don't even remember who fucking told it to me, but it was some teacher. It was some teacher back in like middle school or high school or something. I was in school, but some teacher told me that shit. And then the quote would randomly pop up like in random situations where, like, you know, my uncle might say it, or, you know, this random person that you're, you know, encountered in life might say it, or, you know, some shit like that. And it's just like, damn, like, it's so true. It's so relevant. Like, you can work smarter and not harder. Like, you do not have to destroy yourself to get to somewhere, you know what I'm saying, that you want to be. You just got to be smart about some shit, you know? Facts. You said it spot on. I failed damn near half the year, lost my job, lost my car. And I give up now. I'm have a full-time job and nasty ride, and have the struggle and what it takes. Or know the struggle and know what it takes. Yeah, facts. Just living in a duplex, and we had to make sure we had enough money. Real life. Excuses are for the fake. Living life is for the real. Real life. Living life high is for the real. Yeah, you damn right. You gotta make it, fam. Nothing but faith in you. Hell yeah. D Robinson, when motherfuckers like you rocking behind me and everybody else, like, I have all the faith in the world that we're gonna make it. Like, we're gonna make it. There's no reason that we won't make it. Like, I have all the faith in myself, in us, and I know that I know that if there's ever a time that I'm like just not feeling it, that I can always come to y'all for motivation. I know that my girl will always keep me motivated, because that's, you know, like I've always said, as much as she, you know, has her moments where she even kind of loses faith sometimes, which I don't blame her, because sometimes this shit is hard, you know, trying to start your own businesses and, you know, do this whole situation that I'm trying to do and that I'm attempting to do is hard. It's stressful, you know. And sometimes I'm not good at keeping that stress to myself, and it bleeds into her, you know, or onto her. You know, I put some baggage onto her, and sometimes she caves in with the weight. Sometimes, and you know, we got to help each other and make sure that we both stay strong for this shit. So I appreciate her, y'all, everything, man. This whole situation, like I'm gonna make it. There's too many people counting on me. You know what I'm saying? There's too many people who have faith in me. There's too many people who, you know, believe. So I have to. I got to. I believe in myself. I feel like that's this. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And we're gonna make it. Get this app going. I'm so excited about this app. This app is gonna be like a game changer. I really feel like I have a meeting. I have like a little meeting or whatever that I'm in the morning with the guy who's helping me, with the developer who's helping me um, build up the app. He's doing like basically like all the coding and stuff. Like I came, you know, had the idea, did all the, you know, basically layout work, and you know, basically just kind of gave the whole premise and, you know, did all that part. And you know, he's taking my idea, my, you know, notes and my, you know, all my drawings and stuff, and he's coding it into real life. You know what I'm saying? Making it real, making it something that is actually tangible. You know what I'm saying? And that's really just what all this is about, man. It's taking the opportunity to do everything else that you wanted to do, and using YouTube to get it to people and getting people to be interested and wanting to help you along the way. You know, that's why, again, you know, it's kind of coming back full circle. What up, Amanda? Coming back full circle to the Tulip Mafia thing, you know, like it sucks, bro, to see someone who, you know, work that hard and get to the point that he has, and to see him quit and just walk away, you know, like, I just, bruh, I want to reach out to him and just be like, yo, like, if there's anything that I could do to, like, you know, help you as far as, you know, motivation, or, you know, just getting you to stick around and rock this shit through, like, let me know, you know, because it's just crazy. Like, he's worked so hard to get to that point, bro, you know, but again, it's a learning lesson, you know, not only just for him, but for me too, and anybody else who's keen enough to catch it and to see that there's an opportunity to learn from this. And the opportunity to learn, or the lesson that I learned personally, was I need to make sure that I turn my channel into a brand that stands on its own legs, period. Like I've always said from the jump of my channel, that we are building a brand. Living Life High needs to be a brand that stands on its own legs that I can then do other things with. And the way that I'm going to make my brand stand on its own legs is by continuing to be a YouTuber and building my, you know, family up. And you guys are going to help build the brand. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a trade-off. Like this is how this shit works, you know? And I just feel like there's a lot of YouTubers that are hitting these marks, these like milestones, bro. Like 100,000 is no joke, bro. No, like that's no joke. 100,000 is no joke. To hit 150 is no joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I think he was at like 147, but still, like we're gonna round it up. He hit 150 damn near. You know what I mean? And to throw the towel in is just like, bro, like Tulip Mafia should be a brand at this point. Tulip Mafia should be a brand. You know what I'm saying? Like there should be no reason that the YouTube algorithm should even be, you know, questioned. Like I can understand it being like something that you're concerned about because you're noticing your finances are messed up. But the fact that it was just like, that was like everything that he was kind of like living off of, which that's what it sounds like, because now that the YouTube's, you know, not paying him the same is why he quit. So it's like, you have to turn your shit into a brand. You have to start getting this money 10 ways. The money's got to come from 10 directions, bro. You know, YouTube just being one of them. You know what I mean? YouTube's only got to be one of your 10 incomes, Period. You gotta hustle, bro. There's 24 hours in a day. You know what I'm saying? You only got one life. Yeah, so I'm just saying. I ran pipe and mats for the oil fields, hard money, but there's money to be had. Facts. We are Too Lit Mafia. Hell yeah. No, I fucks with Too Lit Mafia. I really do. Like, that's why I'm sitting here talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, I don't I understand it. I do. Like, I totally do understand it because we've talked about this 100 times about, you know, how YouTube doesn't pay the same. And I've told you guys this for months about how I've noticed my own shit failing as far as financially on YouTube, you know? So it's just sad. I feel bad for the dude, bro. I never met him. I've never talked to him, you know. And it was never anything like personal, you know, why I never reached out to him or never talked to him or anything. Just never did. But I definitely watched him. You know, I didn't watch everything, but I watched him. You know, I used to watch him before I was a YouTuber. He was one of the ones I used to watch every so often because he'd pop up. You know, I would check out some of his stuff. So yeah, but it's like I said, it's just a sad situation. Like it ain't gonna stop what we got going on. You know, big facts, bro. Like I said, I took that as an opportunity to learn something, and it kind of just solidified. It just solidified. What did you say? Yo, speaking of Too Lit, Illuminati symbolism is his profile pic. Yo, what the fuck? See, I didn't know that. I don't follow him on Instagram. I literally only actually follow him on YouTube. And actually, I don't even think I'm subscribed to him on YouTube. He just like I've watched so many other reaction channels and stuff that he pops up, and he used to pop up all the time. So yeah, but like I said, I know who he is. I've known who he is for a long time. But yeah, I mean, there's no, like I said, I don't know him personally or anything. It just kind of like I said was an opportunity for me to learn. It hit kind of home because he is a reaction channel, and I am that's like kind of what I built my name off of as well. You know what I'm saying? Granted, we do other things, and we kind of just everybody knows that we do what we want to do over here. You know what I'm saying? We do reactions by all means. That's what we do, majority of. But we do what we want over here. You know what I'm saying? And I've always left it at that because I don't want to be put in a box. Because if at a day's notice I need to switch up and we're going to full-time vlogs, best believe we're going to be a full-time vlogging channel. You know what I'm saying? I've thought about it a couple times, dog. I've thought about it a few times. I've definitely thought about it, you know, because these vlog channels, majority of them aren't catching, like there's not a lot of flack going on with the vloggers. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely a couple vloggers, you know, the more controversial vloggers that, you know, are noticing things, but there's a lot less vloggers who deal with shit. You know what I'm saying? Deal with this algorithm change. Like it's definitely like they are still very much in favor. So yeah, Mile High for me, top 3, and No Love. It's dumb. Yeah, it's crazy. No Life Shack, I watch here and there. Yeah, No Life Shack's dope too. I mess with No Life Shack. You know, shout out to him hitting 1 million. You know what I'm saying? He's the third reaction channel, I believe, to hit 1 million that I know of, because I know Zias or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking about, Zias. They hit 1 million, I believe, first. That was the first reaction channel that hit 1 million. And both Zias has like a record label deal situation where he's like running his own label now. And B. Lou is a rapper and doing quite well, actually. I don't necessarily like his music, but, you know, he's not terrible, but he's not great. But, you know, he does his thing. You know what I'm saying? I like his confidence and his swag and shit. He's a cool dude. I watch some of his vlogs and stuff. And then DJ Ghost hit 1 milli. obviously. You know what I'm saying? DJ Ghost doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? That dude's a beast. And then we got fucking No Life Shaq just hit a milli. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to them. Shout out to the reaction channels that is representing, you know what I'm saying? The top dogs doing their thing. I don't take nothing away from none of those channels. I don't take nothing away from nobody. I don't give a damn who you are. Even down to the ones that, we've had problems with. Like whatever. I don't remember his name. I forgot the dude's name. But whatever. Hopefully he's still doing his thing too. It is what it is. I don't want nobody to. I don't shun nobody for doing what they do. Yeah, I like Roman Atwood. Roman Atwood is good. Yeah, no, that dude's crazy. Yeah, that dude's channel was nuts. His whole channel is cool as shit. And that's another perfect example of like, Roman Atwood is a brand, bro. Like he's a very much a person. He's very much a human being and, has a life and everything else. But that's a perfect example of taking his channel and branding it and turning it into a brand that he could then, sell, to the people, to other brands, to, build bigger relationships, to piggyback off stuff. Because that's what all this is, bro. Like, you can't be afraid to help or to get help. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like no company is just like $1 million company or $1 billion company or brand, in this case, without cosigns or without, you know what I'm saying, some sort of situation where other people are like, yo, check this out. You know what I'm saying? Or, I fucks with that or whatever. You know what I mean? So like, that's a perfect example. And I mean, Roman Atwood's done so many, like he's got so many like little brand deals and shit like that. Like he's, that dude's beast. So that's a good ass example. He's a good ass dude. Like I like watching his blogs and stuff. That dude's done a lot. Who else? I mean, there's so many, bro. CJ's so cool. You know what I'm saying? He turned his shit into a brand, bro. Like that is a brand. The fact that he's got a whole like so cool land and all this shit, like that was strategic, bro. Like he didn't do that shit just because like all that stuff is playing into his brand, his image, like the whole facade, the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I appreciate all my cosigns, you know what I'm saying? From down to you guys, you know what I'm saying? You guys are cosigns, you know what I mean? I appreciate all them cosigns all the way up to the Churchman and motherfucking Trap Terrell and you know what I'm saying? Anybody else that messes with this channel. Like, there's so many. Like, shout out to any and all the artists and all the, you know what I'm saying, producers and, you know what I'm saying, managers and, you know what I'm saying, assistants and everybody that, you know what I'm saying, that we've been fortunate enough to meet. Like, shout out, because that's all that, like, those are all cosigns, period. You know what I'm saying? Not even if those people don't get on the record and be like, yo, mess with that. Like, those are cosigns, bro. That's all like moments of validation. Yeah, Trap Terrell has a reaction channel. He's had it for a few months, actually. Shit, almost a year. It's been a while, maybe like 6 months, maybe not quite a year, maybe like 6 months. But yeah, he's had that reaction channel for a minute. He's got a few channels. He's got his main Trap Terrell channel, which is like his music page, his main page for music. Then he's got the Trap Terrell Reacts, or the Sip God Reacts is what it's called, Sip God Reacts. He's got Alcohol Equal Opinions, which is like a little podcast situation. And then he's got his kids have a channel called the Britain Kids. So shout out to Trap Terrell, you know what I'm saying? Go follow all his stuff. I met him a few months back when he came to Dayton to watch Yellow Pain do a show. Facts, hell yeah, that's dope. Yeah, Trap Terrell's that's my bro. Like, yeah, like me and Trap talk damn near all, like at least once a week, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? At least once a week. Like, that's my dude. And I talk to church quite a bit too. Like, not a whole lot, but he, like I said, his schedule's a little different than mine as far as like sleeping. And then our schedules are our time zones are off anyway because that's like we're kind of always all over the place. And then he's busy, you know, like when he's up, like that dude is nonstop. Like Church he's a hardworking dude. I will say it again. Church is one of the most hardworking individuals that I have ever met. Period. I've never seen somebody like go like Church does. Like Church goes. Like that dude is like nonstop, bro. Like it's lit though. Like that's that motivational shit. Like when you see people work hard like that, bro, that shit makes you like want to work hard. Like, at least me. Like I know some people get discouraged and stuff like that, but like when I see people work hard, bro, that shit like, bro, it just like it stokes the fire, dog. It stokes the fire. I'd be like, oh shit, let me get to working. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Cody Z28. Most of the YouTube channels I watch are car related. Hell yeah, I watch some car related stuff too. I watch Doug DeMuro when I'm just kind of just in my laid back, just want to zone out and learn some shit about cars that I didn't know, like random shit, you know. I watched Street Speed 717. I actually really like that dude. I've been watching him for years actually now, since he was at like maybe like 200,000 or 300,000. I think like 200,000 or 300,000, and he's almost at 1 million now. Who else do I watch car related? I watch Daily Driven Exotics all the time. I watch there's a couple other car channels. Yeah, Hoonigan. Yep, I definitely watch the Hoonigan channel. I watch Ken Block's channel, you know what I'm saying, where he does a bunch of shit with his stuff, like his personal Hoonigan vehicles and shit, and his like personal vlogs. I think that might be like the gist of the car stuff that I watch. There's like other random things that I watch. I used to watch tall car guy reviews or tall guy car reviews, but I kind of low key like just stopped. I got bored of his content, honestly. I kind of got bored of it. Like I might have to go back and see what it's all about now. But I kind of got bored. Oh, and then I guess you could say Omi and the Hellcat, because he does a lot of car related stuff. But I kind of more or less put him in the vlog category though. He's more of a vlogger that just has some car content because he's always buying new cars and shit and like showing like the process of him building up his car collection and shit. So yeah. Demolition Ranch is cool. Yep, I watch that show. Like I said, y'all, I watch YouTube just as much as you guys. Like I watch you. He only does damn near my car every day. He does. But you know what? When you get to a point where he can just enjoy himself, like that dude works hard as shit, and that's like his little guilty pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Like he enjoys buying cars. It makes him feel good. You know what I'm saying? That's like his release. That's his moment to relax, is when he buys a new whip. And the fact that he can do that and still provide for his family and more, and I mean way more, like I'm not gonna ever judge him. I wish I was at I wish to get to that point. I'm going to get to that point. And God damn it, I'm gonna wake up one day in a big ass house, you know what I'm saying? And be like, I made it. I'm gonna go buy a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's gonna be a day. Like, shit, we got one life, bro. You only got one life. Shit, you better make the best of this motherfucker. Better make the best of that shit. I'm just saying. You only get one shot at this shit. You only get one shot. I seen a video the other day where he said none of his cars were over 3,000 miles. It says OG Hellcat is pushing like 70K. Yeah, and I believe that because the Hellcat is like one of the first cars he ever bought. That OG Hellcat is one of the that was his first car that he ever like bought, that he like, you know what I'm saying? It was like that was the one, and he drove the shit out of that shit. And then he started really making bread and was able to start buying whips. And when you've got damn near 50 cars, this motherfucker got like 50 cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? He got like 50 cars. When you got 50 cars, man, you could drive a different car every day of the week for the whole month. You know what I'm saying? And then some. Like, hell yeah, nigga, I'm switching it up. If I got that many cars, I want to drive them, and I'm going to switch it up. I'm driving a different one every day.
Oh, you're here?
Yeah.
I'm on live.
Yeah, I'm switching it up. And I'm going to drive. I'm going to drive a different one every day. I'm just saying. Why not? Who's going to stop you? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to stop you? Nobody. What's the point on having that many? Because you can. There's really no point to it. There's no point to it at all. He's even said it himself. He's openly admitted numerous times on many different videos that buying cars is the dumbest thing you could ever do with your money. But he just likes cars. It makes him feel good. And when you understand, if you go watch his vlogs and you understand the type of money that this dude makes, and the cool thing about it is he doesn't even flex on people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, does he have the big jewels and do all that? Like, yeah, because he has the money to. Oh, so what? If you had the money to have big jewels and shit, you would too. But like, he's humble as fuck. And the reality is this dude went from living in a car, you know, being broke, homeless, you know what I'm saying, the whole nine, to building up an empire, basically, that he's still building. Like, he's got hella real estate. He does properties where he's got rentals and, you know, flips houses and shit. Motherfucker does apps, got like 2, 3, 4 different apps and shit that all making money. He's got, you know, tons of different business. He actually shows, like, on some of his vlogs, he's like showing us how to some of the businesses that he's starting and shit. Like, he's starting a t-shirt pressing company, and, you know, he's got a bunch of different bars and clubs and strip clubs, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, the dude is lit. You know what I mean? He makes, like, on one of the vlogs, he was talking, in a recent vlog, actually, you can go find it. It was the one where he had to turn himself in. He, like, what is it, like a third through the vlog, where he got out of, you know, turning himself in, because he had to turn himself in for missing a court date or whatever, some bullshit. But he turned himself in and he gets out, and one of his right-hand men or whatever is like, yo, how much money you think you saved by sitting in jail for a few hours? And he was like, man, I've been in there for this many hours. I make about $5,000 an hour. I saved about $30,000 sitting in jail. You know what I'm saying? So he was in jail about 6 hours. I was like, what the like, and this motherfucker, like, in other vlogs, he's made like hella mentors. Like, yeah, I make, you know, probably like 6 to 7 figures a week. And it's like, bro, like, you making 6 to 7 figures a week? A week, not fucking a year, not a month. 6 to 7 figures a week, bro. A week. Now, if you make that type of money, like, buying a couple cars here and there is like that's you know what I'm saying? That's your flicking of the wrist money. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. And buying cars just makes him feel good, you know? So it's like, and like I said, when you make the type of money he makes, there's no reason that you can't do what you want. And he drives them. Like, he drives the cars, and he's not stingy with the cars either. He lets his assistants get to drive the cars. You know, the people, like, his whole team, the people that he is around, like, they get to pick a car too. It's like, he'll pick a car and be like, all right, I'm gonna drive this today. And then his entourage and his people around him, like, all right, cool, we're gonna pick this one. We're gonna pick this one. You know what I'm saying? And they'll get in the cars and they drive them bitches. Like, you got the bread like that, you know what I'm saying? You earned it, you worked hard to get it. I ain't gonna say nothing. That's motivation, baby. I'm about to get it. I want to get it. Worked 60 hours a week. I worked all by myself for 6 months. No lunch, no food for 6 months, and still went to gym for an hour. See what I'm saying, Turkey? Hellcat. Yeah, Mayhem Car Club put it up. Omi and a Hellcat. If you just want to see a motivational ass dude on some vlogs who's just real, go check that shit out. And no, when I'm talking 6 to 7, I mean, like, you got to be, when you're in the 6-figure range, that means he's close to the 7s already. You know what I'm saying? Like, every week he's making around, you know, between probably $750 and like $1.2 million a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my rough estimates. But when he says 6 to 7, like, that's what pops in my head, is that you're borderline in 7 every week. You know what I'm saying? Because for you to even get close to 7, that means that you just had, like, something was really good one of those couple of those days, and you know what I'm saying, and it pushed you over that 7 mark, like that 7-figure mark. Like, yeah. Yeah, and he raps, you know, and that's not even like his thing. Like, he just does it because it's fun and he likes to, and he can actually rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. And he makes a hell of money off YouTube already. Because he's pulling views. After only 6 months, the dude's at like almost 300,000. He's over 300,000, I'm pretty sure. And he gets like, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90,000 views in a day. And then by the week, most of his videos have, you know, hundreds of thousands of views. So, you know, he's making, and then all the other videos are making him money and just getting bigger as he keeps getting discovered, because people are going to go back and rewatch vlogs. And yeah, so, you know, he's probably making a good fucking between 50 and 100,000 a month off of YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's already said the YouTube checks, he don't even spend his YouTube checks. He said he makes hella money off YouTube, but he don't spend them because he don't need it. He puts that shit in a bank account for his kids. He's like, I just do a vlog. He's like, I just like to do YouTube because I just wanted to be a YouTuber. he's like, I don't need the money. He's like, the money, I've already got it now. He's like, when I was trying to be a YouTuber to make money, he's like, I couldn't do it. He's like, my life wasn't exciting enough. I couldn't be a vlogger. There just wasn't nothing to vlog. And then all of a sudden, he figures shit out a couple years later, and now he can come back to being a vlogger and just do it for the fun of it and just show his life and, you know, show people how he does his thing. And he's getting ready to do, when he hits 500,000 subscribers, he's giving away fucking 50 G's. He's giving away 50 G's when he hits 500,000. And then when he hits 1 million, he said he's giving away 100,000. I was like, dang. What up, We Too Lit? What up, Wando? And bro, I think it's crazy. I think that it's kind of low key sad, bro. It's sad. Not even low key. It's just sad that he quit. He's worked too hard to get to that point that he's at, and for him to quit and give it up, it's sad. But like I was telling everybody, man, like, especially you being a YouTuber too yourself and being a reaction channel, this is a perfect example of, you need to do more with your channel. You can't just be an entertainer on YouTube. You have to understand the business side of things too, and you need to learn how to turn your channel into a brand. You have to brand yourself. You need to make your brand be the income, not YouTube. YouTube is just one source of income from the brand that you're building, and your brand needs to have, you know, 10 incomes. You know what I'm saying? And that way, when YouTube has these problems, that's just one of your incomes that is affected, not all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a learning experience. You know, there's too many YouTubers that got comfortable with living off of YouTube because they were in that prime time of when YouTube was kind of wild, wild west and everybody was making bread. Well, you know, things change. Things get more regulated. We should know this because every industry becomes regulated. It doesn't matter what you do. There's always a wild, wild west situation in the beginning, but as things grow and things build, they change. You know what I'm saying? They mature. And that's exactly what all these YouTubers, brands that, you know, all the YouTubers that are quitting or giving up or finding themselves in a situation where they feel like things are just falling apart, is because they didn't take the time to learn the business side of things. You know what I'm saying? They didn't take the time to build a brand that was sought after. You know what I'm saying? That had many different sources of incomes. You know what I mean? That's all it takes down to. That's all it comes down to. And I mean, yeah, of course, the political season always affects, you know, social media stuff. Always. It's that's been proven. But that like again, when you're a YouTuber and you're using this platform, you have to think bigger than YouTube. You know what I'm saying? YouTube cannot be the only game. Look at any big YouTuber, bro. Look at all the big YouTubers. Do you think that all the big YouTubers only make money off of YouTube? No. No. Look at any of the big look. Okay, here's a perfect one. We were talking about Street Speed 717 earlier. We were talking about him. He makes hella bread off of YouTube, but he has his brand 717 that he sells merchandise for. He's took that money that he made off of YouTube and he partnered with the dude who does all his raps, that dude Shane Designs. In Shane Designs. He owns part of that company, I'm pretty sure, where he, you know what I'm saying, that little printing company that they do. Like he invested into his friend so that his friend could get a bigger shop and they could do, you know, a business venture together. And he probably has money invested in the actual rapping company as well. You know what I'm saying? Like he built multiple incomes. And then, but with the fact that he buys these cars and stuff and he has all these relationships with all these different, you know, dealerships and stuff, I guarantee you there's some sort of situation where when people come in like, hey, I came because I saw Street Speed 717's video and blah, blah, he probably makes commissions and stuff off of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or gets paid for some sort of like brand or, you know, just shout outs and shit. Like there's so many things that dude does. And I mean, if you look at fucking Tanner Fox, I just saw Tanner Fox on there. Tanner Fox is another one. That kid is 21 years old, or he might not even be 21. I think he's only like 20. Young kid. Kid's been YouTubing since he was like fucking 15, 16 years old. But he turned his name, again, another one of those ones like Roman Atwood. Tanner Fox is a brand. The dude makes his own clothing, had his own clothing merch. The dude does, you know what I'm saying? Like Tanner Fox is a beast when it comes to this YouTube game, bro. Because that kid, he's a millionaire. He's a millionaire at 20 years old off of YouTube, but all that money's not from YouTube. He makes bank off of YouTube, but he makes so much money from all the things that he does around him, bro, that he's created and built because of what he did with the money that he made from YouTube. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, he's sponsored by fucking Hot Wheels, dog. He's sponsored by Hot Wheels. And the kid was a goddamn scooter YouTuber. He made scooter videos, bro. That's when I first found him. Wasn't he making scooter videos? He was under 100,000 actually when I first found Tanner Fox. He was under 100,000. He was under 1 million. He was under 1 million. He was somewhere in like, I don't know, 500,000 range or something like that. But Tanner Fox, like, he exploded. Another perfect one. I watch a lot of fishing videos. There's 2 YouTubers that have blown the fuck up and done a shit ton of dope shit. Fucking Catch 'em All Fishing, out of nowhere, just skyrocketed, turned Catch 'em All Fishing into a brand. You know, got noticed by a TV stage or a TV thing, and he's on that Swamp People TV show, and you know what I'm saying? He like marketed himself and turned that into a brand to do other things and open up other opportunities to continue to build his brand. Another fishing, Paul Cafaro, perfect example of how he turned his shit into a brand. And I found Paul Cafaro before he was over 100,000 actually. And I remember that one. I think he was at like 50 or 60,000 when I first found Paul Cafaro, and he's about to hit 1 million already, but he's turned Paul Cafaro into a brand. You know what I'm saying? That's a brand at this point. So that just comes to show you, man, like when you take the time to put this shit turn it into a brand, like YouTube's algorithm's not going to stop what you have going on, bro, at all. What up, Amanda? You said you out? All right, girl. You have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good night. So that, you know, that's my own thing. It's just, you know, I really feel for Tulip Mafia and all the other YouTubers that are like giving up after they've, you know, taken the time to build such a big platform on such a, you know, cool platform. In reality, like YouTube was cool and it gave a lot of opportunities to people. But I just feel like some people sold themselves short just a little bit, you know? I think that's just the realest thing about it is some people sold themselves short because they didn't take the time to do more with what they had. You know, people got complacent. People got complacent. They got comfortable with what they were doing and what they were making. sometimes people feel like, you know, they're doing what they're doing is enough because it got them to the point that they're at. But the reality is you got to work even harder. You got to go harder. You got to think, you know, that outside the box even that much more. You know, that's why that's why I'm so hard on myself when people sit there and tell me like, oh, bro, like in a year you did great. Like your first year you did fantastic, bro. Like you've only been doing YouTube a year and you're at 35,000 and blah blah. And it's like, yeah, but I know I could do more. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I could do more. Facts. You know, like I'm my biggest critic. I could do more. That's all I feel about it. Especially when I see other YouTubers who, you know, these random YouTubers, because it's always random. You never know who's gonna just get into the favor of that algorithm situation and explode. So, you know, when you see people do it and stuff and you just see their numbers and you're just like, dang, like I could do more. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do more. Mr. Beast, he's making so much money. He's literally been giving them, yeah, but still, even Mr. Beast, he does all his money that he can give away. He makes a shit ton of money, but it's not all from YouTube. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter who you talk about. Like anybody who's not hurting financially or not complaining about YouTube, like the finances coming from YouTube, is because they're not noticing it because they have other incomes. They took the opportunity that was given to them and they did more with it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about branding yourself. You have to brand yourself in 2019, 2020. You know what I'm saying? We're in this day and age. Here you go, brother. We're in this day and age that, you know, you have the ability to brand yourself and you have to. If you want to do something, you want to be somebody, you know what I'm saying? You have to take the opportunity to build the followings, bro. Like, even if you look at music right now, we've had this conversation a bunch of times. When you look at music, the artists that make it, it's not like a lot of the time it's not because they're talented. It's not because they're really good. Some like the record labels will settle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Record labels will settle. And so will fans. And so will fans. Let me not get this straight or get this messed up. Record labels and fans will settle for somebody who is decent, consistent, and has that grind. You know what I'm saying? And that will to do more. Like we as a people appreciate that in other people. You know, it's not just about talent. You can look at the NFL. You can look at any sport. Period. Like if it was about having the best talent, then like there'd be a lot more people getting shots than the people who do. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd see a lot more random people getting pulled from different like these random situations because of pure talent. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just talent. For sure, Sean Gray, have a good night, dog. Appreciate you. But it's more than just talent. Like if you're trying to get in the NFL, they're looking at more than just your talent. Like your stats matter. Don't get me wrong, your stats matter. But they want to know, can you speak? How are you going to do in a press conference? Can you conduct yourself? How do you what kind of vibe and what kind of emotion, what kind of feeling do you bring to this to any team that you be a part of, to a team environment? What kind of player are you? What kind of person are you? You know what I'm saying? Like they look at everything, bro. It's a package deal. They don't want just talent. Talent is one part of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want a whole player, talent is like saying that's just your hands and feet. Talent is your hands and feet. You know what I'm saying? But that's not a whole player. They need the mind. You got to be smart. You got to be intelligent. You got to be able to be articulate. You got to be able to speak. You know what I'm saying? You got to know when to shut your mouth and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like they need people who are the full package, bro. And it's just reality. That's everything in life. Like even with this YouTube shit, and when you're trying to do more with this, like, you know, like Catch 'Em All. Like he didn't get a TV show because of nothing. Like no, he built this dope ass channel, this dope brand, and he brought so much to the table that like I mean, personality. Like he could talk, he can hold a conversation, he can, you know, make content. He can, you know, he had a schedule. He, you know, he was definitely business minded, and he, you know, he breaks down his videos very well. You know what I'm saying? They're on time. They're on a schedule. He's organized. Like he he was a package situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's what attracted the networks to be like, hey, we should work with that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a reason why us as fans follow him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that's the reality, bro. You have to understand there's more to just being a YouTuber than being an entertainer and a creator. You have to understand the business side of things. And if you don't understand the business side of things and you're not trying to understand it, it could be of one of two things. One, you just you maybe business just isn't your thing, and maybe you need to just get people around you that can help you understand the business part of things. Or two, which is most cases, I feel like, is you just don't have any business going on to deal with or to have to handle. Like, you know, that's just the reality, bro. All in the tune, all in the tune. Gotta make it get to the ground, or make it get to the ground. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that analogy is, but I'm with it. Hell yeah, I got a little to go on the build. I just finished restoring my '69 Volkswagen Square bag. So now I'm on the grind to get my SRT bag running. Got my Darton sleeves and new head and cams just saving. Hell yeah, bro. That's dope. New turbo and everything. That's lit, bro. That's lit. I know a little bit about cars, and that's lit. Hell yeah. That's dope. That shit probably feels so good. It's super rewarding when you do something, when you get something accomplished on a car, like when you're building and restoring shit. I know how good that feels. No, I'm not married. I am in a relationship that you might as well call me married, but I'm not officially married by law. I'm 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 common law married, I guess. In Colorado, if you live with somebody for 6 months, then you're common law married. So like if we split up, we could technically take each other to court, technically, in like a civil situation, like a civil lawsuit type situation that could potentially go to like a divorce court setting. But that would be like shooting yourself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a shit ton of money for no reason at that point. If you didn't even take the opportunity to marry her or him or whatever, and you do all that, I mean, you should be able to separate cordially. You know what I'm saying? Split that shit. Take what's yours, you take what's mine. Or, I mean, I'll take what's mine, you take what's yours type situation. Like, you know what I mean? Be cordial about whatever you did purchase together. Like, fuck it, you take that, I'll take this type shit. Whatever, I don't know. But you can go to a divorce court if you're a common law married, which I technically am common law married, which is some old technical shit. But yeah, it's all the spectrum that you want to look through. You know what I'm saying? I'm not married because I don't got no rings, but I'm common law married, and I'll probably marry her. I don't see myself being with nobody else. So, she's the one. She ain't going nowhere. As much as we have our moments sometimes, she ain't going nowhere. That's the one. The weed tax in medical states? Oh, is weed taxed in medical states? Yeah, of course. The taxes aren't uh, as high as like recreational tax and stuff because they're like when you have a medical license and stuff, and you're buying medical weed, there's a bunch of tax exemptions because it's for medical use, right? So there's like a bunch of taxes that they can't put on it because of that, because it's a medicine. But that's why a lot of states aren't doing medical because they don't want you to get it cheap. They want to be able to tax that shit. They want to make the money. There's no money in medical, like at all. Like they're like states usually make a little bit of money in medical, but not a lot. Majority of the money you see it comes from the recreational sales, and then dispensaries don't make really anything in medical weed. A lot of them actually are like operating in the red on the medical side and make up for it on the recreational side. And most of the time, they just keep the med stores open because they want to like cater to like we want to stay true to the medical patients and blah blah blah. They usually have some little bullshit mission statement for the medical side of why they kept it open, but usually it's costing them money to do so. Marriage is punishment for shoplifting in some countries. That's weird. Okay. Oh, you shoplift? All right, you about to get married. You, that's what? That don't even add up. But all right. And sardine, wait, nice catfish is delicious. And sardines are damn good. Ugh, I don't like sardines, but I like catfish. Catfish is fire. Oh, you caught 2 carps and 2 catfish? See, I'd eat the catfish, but I'm not eating that carp though. You can keep the carp. I don't like carp. Carp tastes funny. Carp tastes funny. I don't like carp. Like carp, like even though catfish are like bottom feeders and shit, like carp eat fucking any and everything too. Like, and they're just nasty. I don't like carp. They just taste gross. Sardines just are too fishy. And the way that you eat sardines and shit is just nasty. Like I've never had sardines in a good setting. Like they're always just like the whole little in the fucking cans. Yeah, nasty. Yeah, rattlesnake is fire. I've actually had rattlesnake. No, they don't need to ban vaping. They need to people need to stop buying bullshit cartridges. Those deaths were because of the black market. It had nothing to do with the legal market. People need to stop buying shit off the black market. That's what it is. Period. Like I don't have nothing to say about it. It's sad, 100% sad. But when we're in a day and age where you don't need to go to the black market, don't. I do understand there's a lot of states that aren't legal and people kind of have to go to the black market. But like, there's just like, if you have to go to the black market, stay away from certain products. Like, I would not buy cartridges off the black market. I wouldn't buy concentrates off the black market. Like, the only thing maybe I would buy off the black market at this point would be flour, because flour you can usually see and kind of tell if like there's something wrong with it. Like, it's hard to hide bad weed. Like bad weed is bad weed, and good weed is good weed. Like it's a lot easier to tell the difference between the flour. But man, just stay off the black market. That's all I gotta say. Yep, have a good night, D Robinson. Hell yeah, fam road calls. Oh, road calls early tomorrow. Might not stop by at the end of the week, headed home for some vacay. First time since June, I think. Hell yeah, bro. Well, you have a good rest of your night, good rest of the week. Get back to the family, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy that time, bro. I would not be upset if I don't see you for a few days. Yeah, that family is definitely more important than you two, bro. 100%. So go enjoy yourself, man. And yeah, have a good rest of the week, bro. Good vacation as well. If I don't see you in the time. Love you, dog. I love you, bro. I love you, big dog. Have a good night, dog. You my nigga for real. You my nigga for real. For real, for real. This rest of this blunt is for you, dog. Sardine is good as shit if you like tuna. No, I don't like tuna though. I really actually don't like tuna either. I'll tolerate tuna, but I don't like it. It's not really that good. Like I'll eat tuna when it's like got a bunch of shit and it's like tuna salad and shit and there's a bunch of shit in it. So I don't even like taste like tuna no more. Yeah, I'm not eating fucking anchovies either. Nope. Mine is still illegal. Fucking sucks, but I'm right in between Michigan and Chicago. Yeah, be careful traveling. So don't, I don't condone or ever suggest traveling with it. But do what you gotta do. Yeah, I mean that you're an adult, but I don't get to travel with it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just say I prefer people to get dispensary weed over fucking black market weed. You know, when it comes from a dispensary, it had to go through testing. It had to go through regulations. You know, there's definitely still, you know, ways to get bad stuff into a dispensary. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely a lot harder, and it's a lot less often that you're gonna find BS. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even at this point, like most dispensaries have to like label seeds. You know what I'm saying? Because like patients aren't gonna tolerate seeds. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna sell me seeds, then you're gonna sell it to me cheap. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like when you go to a dispensary, you at least know for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I'd say at least 90% of the time, you at least, you know you're gonna get something good, you know, something safe. You know, there's definitely still couple states that still have like some wild, wild west stuff going on and some rogue situations going on where you're gonna, you know, maybe come across some bad shit in a dispensary where you're like, what the fuck? But reality is, you have way better chances in a dispensary than you do on the streets. What age did I start smoking the marijuana? At like 11, but I started at like 11, but I didn't really like get heavy into smoking until like 15, 16. 15, 16, 17 is when it like really kicked up. But I started at like 11 and I would like smoke here and there with like friends and shit when we could come and buy it. Like when you're young, it's you know, you're basically taking it from people you know. You know what I'm saying? So it's more or less when they got enough for you to take some too. You know? But when I hit like 15, 16 is when I started making money, doing my thing and stuff. And then I could afford it by myself and nobody was gonna tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it's been. We just been on that. I'm excited though. Got this meeting for this app tomorrow. Got a video call with the dude, my developer. Yep. He's a cool ass dude. Think I'm gonna keep him around, man. I don't even think I know I'm gonna keep him around. He's a good dude. He's worked his ass off this weekend getting shit like some stuff actually together so that we can actually see, you know, what it would look like, what my idea would look like, and you know how feasible it is, what it, you know, how it will function, you know, see what we need to work out, see what would move and look smoother, be smoother as far as an app. You know what I'm saying? And it's just cool because I'm that type of person that like I want to be involved and I'm willing to be involved. And he's got the skills as far as the coding, you know. And with direction, this dude's a beast. Like he's proven it to me. He's a beast. He's a beast, bro. With direction, this dude can do fucking, I feel like anything. I can get this dude can code so well. I'm hoping by the end of the year, I'm hoping we're gonna kick this 2020 in the face and get this shit kicking and rolling hard, bro. I'm hoping it's gonna be like glitch free. Like there might be some beta testing situation where I might call upon you guys to check it out and download it, and you know, you guys might not even might. You guys will be like my first, you know, official like yo, you know, announcement. Will probably be here on YouTube, and we'll all kind of download it together and you know go through it. Yeah, probably do a video on it. Do Instagram. Like I'm gonna promote it hard, bro. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. I think y'all will hella like this app, bro. It's so lit. Like I gotta get it all finished and kind of like get some things worked out first before I start telling y'all ideas. Cause I just, you know, you never know who has them coding skills too and just might be able to just whip it up like that. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get some things, you know, put in place and get some things worked out. Yeah, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be so lit. Like I said, bro, it's all part of this master plan. We gotta grow. We gotta grow. We gotta make sure that we turn this opportunity into more than what it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta capitalize. This is just one part of the opportunity. You can't. This is you can't. This is not the. This is not the it opportunity though. Yeah, it's just because they ain't making the money like they used to. Mexico can talk all the shit they want. They just had trash ass weed. I'm out, fam. I need jams. Facts, Thor. Have a good night, brother. Yeah, I'm about to hop off my damn self, actually. It's about to be the start of a new week. It's Monday. Like I said, I got to do some editing tomorrow. Probably do like one or a couple. I'll probably do a couple reactions. I got to do some editing. Um, yeah, it's going to be, I got a meeting, like I said, in the morning. It's going to be a long day tomorrow. So, productive day, though. Productive. Productive days are always good days. So, that's all I got to say. So, yeah. Well, I love you guys. There is no me without you. Always remember, live your life high. Honest, intelligent, genuine, humble. Look yourself in the mirror and be like, God damn it, I'm sexy. And ask for you live in that way. Because confidence is key. And yeah, I'm just saying. Peace.